Hello and welcome to an absolutely bonkers crazy video. I'm currently in the rain in some really quite high winds and I'm standing at Penmon Lighthouse. I'm next to the sea. I love being next to the sea. You're gonna have to excuse my excitement again because I'm absolutely raging with excitement. I love these conditions. This Osmo's not going to fare well in this rain, so I'm gonna have to be very, very careful not to get it too wet. I'm going to be sporadic with my videoing, and I don't even know if you can hear me. I've got the microphone tucked right down inside my coat and I'm shouting just so hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I've been in the van all night and it's been bouncing around all night, but we didn't get out for sunrise because there's just absolutely no point. It was raining and windy and banging around. There was no sunrise at all, but these conditions right now are absolutely fantastic for me. I love being out in the rain. I love being out near the sea, and listening and watching these big crashing waves is fantastic. It's a bit slippy underfoot, so I can't get too close to the edge. I've got to stay sort of on the sensible pebbles, but oh man, what conditions. I've been taking a bit of a leaf out of Mr. Photo Tripper, Gavin Hardcastle as a name drop. I've got the camera on ISO 800 and ISO 500 to bring my shutter speed up a little bit, and I'm an f8 and I've got it on constant fire. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just rattling off photographs one after the other. The seagulls are moving around, the waves are crashing in different parts, and what I'll end up doing is I'll probably end up doing time blending where I blend in different parts of the image to make one perfect shot. But yeah, just taking a bit of a leaf out of his book to just shoot fast, keep shooting, keep catching them waves and get the best wave at the best point and try and get a high shutter speed so that I can catch them waves in all the little droplets and stuff. So it's gone really great at the moment, but the sky and the mountains behind. Can I just show you these mountains? Look at this. Look at the mountains behind us. That is Snowdonia, you can see over there, and it is draped in rain, cloud conditions and all sorts. But this is what I'm trying to photograph. You see down here, you see these waves crashing in front of me. I'm getting waves bouncing around, the waves on the marker buoy out there. The waves are crashing right out on the back of the island over there, Puffin Island or whatever you want to call it. And then of course you've got Penmon Lighthouse, which is behind you there, over that way. And the waves every so often hit the side of it and smash all around it, which is really, really great. It's just dead hard to capture it, but yeah, look at them mountains over the background. Aren't they moody and atmospheric? Might even see if I can get myself a panoramic of that because it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's my plan for this morning. Just to shoot Frantic, set the camera up, try and find a little bit of foreground interest, a little bit of a leading line, a nice rock or something, and just watch the waves smashing and bashing against it, and the seagulls fighting against. These seagulls are amazing. The seagulls are fighting against the wind, and every so often they'll dive down and probably, they must be grabbing crabs or something that are left high and dry, but they are absolutely phenomenal watching them. Really is amazing. Oh, and all the birds on the island. You can see the birds over there. I can see them. I'm going to just zoom in, see if you can see the birds on the island. There are hundreds of birds on the island. I'm going to zoom right in for you. It's quite hard to hold the camera still, but there's some birds right down on the bottom left-hand corner. There's hundreds of birds flying around over there. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, that seems to be my favourite word at the moment, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, no, this is great. I love this. Nigel's with me. Nigel is with me. He's probably spotted him in the back of the background somewhere. But yeah, I'm just gonna carry on shooting. So enjoy a few shots. I'll come back and talk to you when I've got another composition set up. At the moment I've got a composition. I've got a bit of a leading line from some rock pools and some foam on the water. But I do want to get a better one. I want to try and get the lighthouse side on with the island in the background and get waves crashing on both if I can. So I'm going to move back up that way and see if I can make the most of that. But the closer that way I get, the harder it is because the spray's coming over the top of me. But I don't care getting spray on me, but the camera's not going to fare well in this salt water. Right, let me carry on shooting, watch a few images, and I'll do the best I can to video this. But oh, fantastic. Thanks, Gavin. This is a great inspiration to just shoot fast and capture these big waves. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, I'm getting blown around. My tripod, I've had to balance my tripod in such a way that it won't get blown over. Let me just quickly show you what I've done with my tripod. And this is something that people don't know a lot about, to be honest. Not everybody knows that you can change your tripod around. Now I've got one leg, as you can see, this side sticking out sideways so that it's propped up against the sea or the stones, so that leg's taking all the pressure from the wind blowing it that direction. So you can adjust your legs in different positions to give you a lot of stability. This is not going to go absolutely anywhere when you push it or anything. The only hard thing I've got now is the lens. Look at the colour of the lens. The lens is absolutely caked in salt spray, and you just got to keep wiping it and keep keeping it clean. And salt's the worst because, well, seawater's the worst, it's got salt in it, so it's just an absolute pain in the ass to get all over your camera. But in conditions like this, you've really got to make the most of it. My nose is running and dribbling. I'm stood next to the side of the camera trying to capture the images as they're happening in front of me. I just keep rattling off. I am going to have a memory card full of photographs. There's going to be thousands on here, and I'm just trying to keep the shutter speed up to sort of 400, 500 of a second, I think, just to get the speed a little bit quicker. I've got no idea whether you can hear me. It's such a shame if you can't. And I'm just getting a seagull flying through then. And I'm just looking at different elements of the picture. I've got the rocks on the left hand side. Oh, I've just missed a massive wave on the lighthouse talking to you. Damn. Yeah, I'm watching the lighthouse trying to get a wave that's crashing around that. I'm trying to watch the left hand rocks trying to get a wave that's crashing up in the air and around that. I've got seagulls coming through the image just now. Look at, he's flown straight in front of me, so I'll be able to use him in the foreground. And I've got seagulls in the background, so I'm going to pick different parts of the elements of the picture and try and put one together that everything's so massively dramatic. And this could be one photograph that I print and put up on my wall, because these are the sort of conditions that remind me why I enjoy doing this. These are the sort of conditions that I miss when I'm at home. These are the sort of conditions that give me the thrill and the adventure of being out. And this just reminds me, every time I see that picture, then when I walk down the hallway or I walk across, past the picture on the wall, it's just going to remind me I was out here in this day. Oh, look at that. But you do have to fill your memory card up. You've got to keep taking loads of photographs, and it's not something that I normally do. I normally take a lot of pictures, but I'm quite conserved on how many. Oh, look at the waves crashing now. Fantastic. This is going to be hard work. I don't know how Gavin does it when he does it. He must take hours and hours and hours to go through the images. But this is going to take a long time to pick the good ones. I've got rain hitting me in the back at the moment. I can feel it on my back. Plus rain, water spray. Oh man. This is what makes you feel alive. It really does. Don't take your finger off the shutter button, you'll miss something. I want that big crashing wave to come round the lighthouse. That's what I want. And then I'll hit the shutter button again. I've just got my finger poised on the top, constantly waiting for it to come. I could do with a trigger release, really. Oh, I do hope you can hear me with the volumes all right. My microphone's tucked inside my coat. There's waves around the lighthouse, but it's just not hitting the lighthouse. I think the tide's going down a little bit more now. This could do it. Oh, there's a little bit. We just want one big one. There's some foreground big ones. There's a big one coming over the rocks. There's wash around the light. Another big, massive one come over the top of the rocks. I'm just not getting it on the lighthouse, but maybe it doesn't matter. I've maybe already got one that would work. You just got to remember not to change when you're wiping your lens, not to change your optical focal distance. Well, not your focal distance, but your zoom, the size you're using. If you push it, I'm on about 30mm. If I push it back to 24, I won't be able to blend the pictures together, will I? So I've got to be very careful with that. And I'm getting a neck ache looking sideways, I know that. Oh, look at that size of that wave up there now. Now, we don't get stuff like they do in America, but this is good enough for me. Oh, look at that. Oh, so I've actually, I'm sure you can, I don't know if you can see me or not, I am here. Oh, this is exhilarating. I want to get my long lens on now. You wouldn't believe, honestly, you wouldn't believe the size of the waves crashing against Puffin Island, or whatever you want to call that island. You wouldn't believe the waves crashing over there. They are so big. They're going right up over the top of the island. Oh, my breath's taken away because of the wind. I can't see very well because I've got salt spray all over my glasses, but I want to change and put my bigger lens on. I'm going to put my 50-200 on, 55-200, 51-40 even. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But I've got to get out the spray, so I've come behind this wall. So you can probably hear me really loud now as I'm shouting. And I'm out of breath because walking across pebbles is really hard work. So I'm going to put that back in my bag, put the lens cap on, keep the moisture down the best I can inside there. I've now got my favourite Fuji lens on. This thing is super razor, ballistically sharp, and I've now just got to try and get myself in a position, excuse me, nose running, try and get myself in a position where I can capture it all, because this is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to use f11. Already I'm just looking through the lens and it looks fantastic. I've got a grey sky. The lighthouse is just on the edge of the island, but I don't mind too much because I've got the elements in it I want. I've got the waves, I've got the island, and hopefully I can get some waves crashing on the front of the island as well as on the lighthouse. I might have to clip off part of the lighthouse. I'll put the edge of the lighthouse right close to the edge of the frame because I need to get the lighthouse inside the frame a little bit more, and I don't want to go too wide. I want to try and keep it as tight as I can. I want waves, I want crashing. I'm going to focus on the lighthouse. I've just missed a big wave. I'm at f11, ISO 640. It's giving me 200 a second. Let's get it down to f8. That's giving me 500 a second. That should be a bit quick enough. So I'm just going to take a few pictures. I'm just going to rattle off. You might even hear the shutter speed now. Oh, look at the big one! You might even hear the shutter speed now coming over the top of the lighthouse. I'm just talking gibberish now. There's another big one. Fantastic. There's one in the mountain on the hillside in the background. And at least from here I'm getting less spray. Oh, I'm getting some big ones hitting the lighthouse now. That's fantastic. I'm going to have to zoom in, I think, and just get the lighthouse on its own. I think I'm going to have to, and come back to this image. Could do with a few seagulls just flying in, just to give me a little bit of sky interest. Go on, guys, so I can see you on the right hand side. Just fly on in. Fly on in. No, they're flying back. Just a few seagulls, but yeah, the waves crashing up against that mountain. It is a mountain, it's a hill with a mountain. There's a seagull. Beautiful, nice, stay there, mate. Oh, you're fantastic, gorgeous. Poser and a half, you are. Perfect. Come on, your mate's coming in as well. Come on, flying into the dark green bit for me. Talking to seagulls, eh? I must be insane. There's a big gaggle of them as well. Come on, fly on in. Get on in there. Now you're coming. There you are, boys. You're beautiful. I've now got my seagulls. They're all lit up with a bright white reflecting off the wash as well. Look at you guys. You're fantastic. Thanks, boys. Absolutely amazing. Right, so I've got my lighthouse. I've got me seagulls. I've got me waves crashing. And now all I've got to wait is for that amazing, fantastic moment, which could be any time now. I've got waves on the mountain in the background. It's all going off. It really is all going off. And Nigel's coming over to join me. He's coming over to join me. You wait until he turns around and has a look. It'd be amazing to see what I'm seeing. I thought I'd come and pick you up and show you these waves in the background, because you need to see what I can see. Let me have a look and see if I can show you these waves in the background. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to try and hold the camera still. Just watch the waves on the island in the background. Every so often you'll see one hit the side and it just goes up. And I think I'm actually hiding the main spot. It's actually behind the lighthouse, because I can see it further from further back, but you can see the waves hitting the side of that, and they're fantastic. See them hitting the lighthouse. There's some waves crashing right on the far corner of the island. But I think the main one, yeah, I can see it now behind me. So I'm going to leave my camera here. It won't blow over. I'm going to take you a bit further around here, because this is the one I'm missing, and I need to move my composition. Maybe put the island on the edge. But if you watch to the right of the lighthouse now on the island, every so often there's a wave that just hits that wall and goes straight up. There's a little tiny one. Oh, I just missed that. Oh man, that was a big one on the lighthouse. You watch that island, there it goes, going up the side, going right up the side of the island. Get another big one. They go right the way up. And I saw one just now that went almost to the top. But the tide is dropping, so I suppose they're going to get harder and harder, but you can just see them hitting that island just next to the lighthouse. I hope you're enjoying this like I am. This is fantastic. Right, I need to move around. I can't waste time. There's another big one on the lighthouse. You watch. Oh no, it didn't that time. There's me seagulls. See me seagull buddies there flying across. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I've been out quite a lot lately, and I've had some pretty good mornings. I've had some cloud inversions, I've had some mist and fog, and I've done all right. I've been getting up early and going out for sunrises, and I've been getting to see the stuff that I'm probably missing when I'm in bed. I'm struggling carrying my camera. The wind's blowing my tripod sideways and it's hurting my wrist. I'm done shooting down that end because the tide's dropped now, that the waves aren't quite hitting the lighthouse the same. But I'm almost, I don't want to count my chickens, but I'm almost sure I've got a couple of images I'm going to be very, very, very pleased with. God, this wind. If I turn onto the wind, just look. I bet you can't even hear me now. My microphone's full front onto the wind. It's so windy. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know, I lose my photo time through making videos, which is a bit of a shame. If there's something going on like the waves or the light or something, I will prioritise on it. I'll put you down and I will prioritise on taking the shot. But yeah, no, I just don't see so many things because I'm constantly, I spend more time with the video in my hands than I do walking around looking, if you like, and that's sometimes a bit of a shame. Nigel's getting the classic. Look at this, I'm going to spin you around. Go round. It's not going round. There you go. Yeah, you can see Nigel's getting the classic there. Look, he's got the pathway leading in, which is a really good shot, but you must be careful of that tripod. It doesn't blow over. He's already fallen over once and he's lucky enough his camera's okay, but I might even shoot that, but I'm going to shoot it from a distance because it's got my long lens on. So I might take a shot of it. The waves are still hitting the lighthouse slightly, but I'm going to concentrate on these hills. I think I like the hills behind the mountains. I'm going to see if I can catch a bit of light hitting them. I think Nigel's doing long exposures actually in this weather, which is absolutely bonkers. But again, he's doing long exposures and I'm not experimenting because I'm just shooting fast ones rather than doing the mix of both, you know. So it does have its downfalls doing this video lark, but I do enjoy it, so I'm not ever going to stop. I just love doing it. Right, I'm going to stop talking, find a couple more images, and yeah, switch you back on and talk to you again. I've done it! I've got it. I think I've got my ultimate photograph. Definitely the ultimate photograph from this morning. Smash, smash! No, it didn't smash. I came round to shoot the mountains, didn't I? But I've given up. I carried on shooting the lighthouse. I put the camera into a vertical position and I've had the camera pointing at it. And it's such a shame I've changed it out of vertical to horizontal because, oh man, the light came out 2 seconds ago. There was a tiny, tiny glimpse of light for about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, and it lit the lighthouse up, it lit all the water up, and suddenly we had a wave hit it. Bang! The whole wave was lit up with golden light, with beautiful sunlight. It was just, oh look, it's smashing against it now. Here comes the big one, here comes the really big one. Come on, let's hit the top, hit the top. No, it didn't hit it, it went round it instead. I've got a couple of fans. I know I've got some images I can look at. I've got one where the wave almost splashed to the top of the lighthouse. I've got a bit of pathway in it for leading lines. I've zoomed in tight, so we've got just the lighthouse on its own with the waves in it. And now I've gone horizontal, because I think horizontal just makes a better image. I've got a little bit of pathway leading into the image. I've got a diagonal line from the right hand side from the shoreline. And all I'm doing now is just waiting. I've got grey sky in the background, and I'm just waiting for that big punchy wave to hit it. Here comes one now, possibly could roll in and hit it. It's dipping, it's lifting again. No, it's just rolling around it. I think it's going to roll around it. It's just trying to watch the ones that are rolling just in front of the lighthouse. And when you've got a gap between them, so sort of almost backing off, and then it comes in, and then it bounces and hits the lighthouse. That's what you want. Nigel's going for a selfie. Check this out. He's going for his selfie. I taught him to do this. This is something that he's got on from me. He's gone for the selfie. Good lad. He's in there. He just enjoys doing the selfie now. Here's the lighthouse. This is what I'm shooting. So I've got this diagonal from the right hand side, and I've got the pathway leading you in as well. It's not as wide as that. I'm a lot more cropped in, maybe more like that. And I'm just waiting for the wave to hit that lighthouse. And as you can see, we've got a side light on it now. It is lighting it up quite nicely. So it is dead nice. The problem is if I go wide, I mean I love the image wide, so you get the light, so you get the island in it. But if I go wide, you just don't get the same atmosphere from the waves. They look too small in the picture, and I'm trying to get that immense crashing waves. It could be one now, it could be one now. Just a little bit there. You see it's rolling behind it, and it comes up, it's dipping below, it's dipping in the wrong place. And you only get a small wrap round. You need something to dip before it, and as it's lifting, it hits the lighthouse. It's really hard to time it. You just got to wait and wait and wait. It's a lot of waiting going on doing this. So the videos for you, the video video for you is probably turning into a bit of a long one, me shouting a lot of wind noise and all sorts, but hopefully you're getting the atmosphere and the experience I am. Go on boys, we need a big crasher, we need some seagulls. So let's zoom back out, let's flip it back around so you can see me hiding behind my camera, holding on to my camera for dear life. Like I say, I've got my big lens on and it's just hard keeping that lens clean at the front, but if I can keep that lens clean, the light's gone in again now, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Here's another one. No, not as big. I need to get a selfie. Let me crack on and get a selfie sorted. So I'm making my way back to the van, and I'm really not sure if you can hear me because my bag's over my strap, over my microphone, so I'm not sure if you can. Hopefully you can, but yeah, I'm making my way back to the van now. I think I've deserved a cup of coffee, and I might even treat myself to a sausage bun, get my little ridge monkey out again and cook myself my last couple of sausages. But that's been a fantastic morning, so all I can say is I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Hope you've enjoyed the images. Please comment, please let me know what you think, and yeah, like and subscribe as normal. Thanks for watching. Join us next time. Don't know where, don't know when, but we'll definitely be out. You know me, it's not going to stop me at all. So yeah, what a fantastic morning. Ciao for now, see you soon.